and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents. Want to welcome all of you here to the new EON YouTube channel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be getting another channel back up, but for the moment, for the time being, for the current situation. Sorry, I got to check on how many gigabytes this file is. I'm about to delete it. But for the time being, y'all, I knew it was going to do this, and I didn't want it to do that. I didn't ask it to do that, but it's going to do that. I need to let y'all know we have got a continuation of the ultimate cure. And guess what? No penalties for filing bankruptcy from this point on. Many of you have been trying to save your homes. Ladies and gentlemen, Satcom is going to bring you a cure. They are going to help you file a bankruptcy in order to forestall the foreclosure until you can set your status and your standing up to save your home. Are you ready? Are you ready? Sorry, Satcom's not going to do this for you. You are going to do it. That's right. You won't need somebody else to do it. You won't have to pay some organization $500 to $1,000 a month to keep your home from going through foreclosure. You're going to do it yourself. And with the money you save, then you can start saving the money so you can use those organizations when this no longer works for you. This is a temporary stopgap, but if you follow through, you should be able to get title to your property. Now, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, Satcom has developed a program that they are pretty confident not only will you get title to your property, but you'll be able to get payback from the idiots who have been plunging you into debt when there is no debt. Now, you saw the last video we did where we showed you that there was no debt, that they're setting these accounts up in your name. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm doing here is I have to save some documents. So because we're talking about bankruptcy, we ain't gonna do this. I'm not gonna be sitting up here doing all of this work and you all be sitting up there on your keisters not doing anything at all. No, we gonna work. Now, I'm gonna tell you like it is. There was a nurse. When I was in the hospital and I suffered that massive heart attack and that massive stroke as a result of my allergic reaction to the anesthesia, which I don't think was by chance. This is just me. I'm having to download the bankruptcy forms all over again. So we're not going to name them all now. I'll name them all later. Okay? So for right now, all I'm doing is making my copies. So follow me. Oh, by the way, I forgot. We got to get our music going. Where's my YouTube? YouTube. No, that's not the YouTube. That's not it. That's not it either. We don't need to be there. 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 We just need to be at YouTube. So let's get started with YouTube. I'm going to have to pause you all for 1 second because there's something that's going on that I need to stop. Something I can't let y'all see. So y'all just hold on, okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gents, we got a little bit of I ain't your puppet. I'm your puppet. Okay? Now, what I want to do, we got to go to recording devices because I need to be able to hear myself talking to you. So we're going to go playback and we're going to double click on that. Nah, this ain't the one. Uh-oh, what you doing? Come back over here. Configure. Come on, configure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that you all get it, so that you all understand it. This is not what I want. This is not the section I want. Okay, you know what? This was the section I want. Did we do it right? Should be, listen. That's what I'm looking for, y'all. See, now I can hear myself talk. So I can hear myself think. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's see, did I save this? This is already saved. What we're going to do is we're going to tell you what's going on. There is this thing called a voluntary and an involuntary bankruptcy. Now, what you're going to do, and this is just a stopgap, you need to understand this is what you're going to do. It's a technique only. Okay? What you're going to do is you're simply going to file a document. Don't worry about whether or not it's going to get dismissed, whether or not somebody's going to accept it. Don't worry about arguing with the bailiffs, the judges, the clerks, nobody. Okay? Do not worry about all of that. The only thing you're doing is filing bankruptcy. Okay? That's it. But you are not filing it on behalf of you or your estate. That's right. We're going to give you another remedy that complies with the law. Okay? See? Real or personal property. That's the angle you want to think of. Okay, if you pay attention to the last video that I did on the update on mortgages and birth certificates, please understand, it's not you. You are dealing with the property. And by law, the property is an entity. Okay, I just had somebody call me, and I can't tell you who it is because there's been so much going on and so much on my mind. Hey y'all, why do I feel this way? Thinking about me every day. Okay, let's take a breather. Now, I did the property thing, and I just need to see how many gigabytes this folder is. I'm pretty certain this folder is over 800 gigabytes. The only problem is it keeps going to read only, and I've already corrected the read only issue. Okay, but it does this. So we don't want it read only because we're about to delete that bad boy. 800 gigabytes. 800 gigabytes. Need to get rid of it. Ladies and gentlemen, so that you'll understand what's going on, because it is very imperative that you understand what's going on. Wait a minute, that's not... Where is it? It's supposed to be open. The kind of thing that makes you go, If you have anything, call me. Don't call me no more. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you all that I wasn't going to change my number. I'm not going to. The wonderful thing is the videos are down, so no more email up on the internet, no more phone numbers. Let's get on with it. What I need to do is, we're not going to open any of these forms. Well, I'd like to do the involuntary, so let's go to that one. That is 205. 205. And I'll take to the sky, loving me more till the day somebody dies. Oh, we have the involuntary petition. Actually, this is one of them that I was looking for. Let me tell you what this software, let me let you guys know the software that I'm using so that you'll know, so that you'll understand. This software is called Fix Professional Advanced PDF Editing, not editing, editing. Ladies and gentlemen, let me let you know what this software does. It takes, unlike Word, which when you guys try to download the form, and yes, eventually I'll put this up on the Satcom site. Okay, no obligation on my part. See, the only problem with this form as opposed to the we're gonna keep the clip. Okay. As opposed to the other one, so that you all know. See? Voluntary petition for non-individual filing for bankruptcy. Okay? It's already called that. We don't have to change that. Okay? The only thing that I had to go in here and change, I'll show you so that you'll all know. Yeah, we gotta put a check in this box. So we go in front of the box and we go capitalize X. Try me. Now the way we get this is we highlight the box like you just saw. Let me let you guys see. Try me. Okay, let's get rid of this one. That X. Now we're gonna highlight the box like that. We're gonna hold Shift and we're gonna hit X as if we're making a big X. Now up here, I'm gonna change this now to Cali. You will change it for yours. Well, yeah, we got to get rid of Cali. See, for the bankruptcy court for the district of, we get rid of this section because we don't need it. There's no reason for all of that stupidity. And we just put Cali here. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. I messed up. I gotta unmess up. Undo, edit. Unmess up again. Undo, edit. Unmess up again. Undo, edit. It won't let me. I messed up, mama. What am I gonna do? Let's see. I need you. Okay. Alright, that should be enough. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay. Now, let's see. We're gonna put no, excuse me. It's supposed to be removal. No. Since you left these arms of mine, I've been alone, crying, wondering why you left me behind. Okay. Now, take a look at the rest of the document, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing is shifted, nothing is moved. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Okay, that's what this particular software allows me to do. So I will put it up there for you. Now, I got rid of attorney, this said attorney, this said attorney, counsel for debtor, and authorized representative of the debtor, and I got rid of under penalty of perjury. Because pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, the attorneys do not have to sign under penalty of perjury. Only you do. I need to let you know an update so that you guys will understand what's been leading to all of this understanding, and then I'll explain why this video is so important. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a lady who I'm helping with her home, and the court didn't like what she did because she served a subpoena on the trustee. That's right, if you're gonna file bankruptcy, get your subpoenas. So you cannot ask the clerk of the court for subpoenas. They do not carry subpoenas. They're not required to. You are required to furnish the subpoenas. The subpoenas is not the court's right, it's your right. So you have to supply the subpoenas. Well, they didn't like the fact that she served a subpoena on the clerk, on the trustee. So they dismissed her case. They dismissed it without telling her 3 days before the hearing, so that she would have to travel all the way to the court to find out that it was dismissed. Okay? But when she was on her way to the court, I told her they're going to dismiss the case, so don't expect too much and don't prepare too much. Don't waste your time. Well, sure enough, they dismissed it. So she goes back after preparing her paperwork, after receiving a little bit of coaching. She files her involuntary bankruptcy against the estate. Ladies and gentlemen, she sends me a text message saying, they're telling me I can't do this. And they took it back to the supervisor. Told her, you let them know that you're not asking for their permission. That all you're asking them to do is file the document. A judge will make the determination as to whether or not it can or cannot be done. They don't get to make that determination. So they told her that she couldn't do a fee waiver, that she had to pay. And she was filing an appeal notice on the other case. They told her, you can't do a fee waiver on that. You have to sit up there and pay $181. Then she said she wanted to do the referral to federal district court as opposed to going to bankruptcy court. Oh, that's another $181. You see, ladies and gentlemen, they like to pencil whip you with fees. Nickel and dime you to death so that you get discouraged, so that you're out of money. You're in bankruptcy court. You're in foreclosure. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in foreclosure, you shouldn't be paying any filing fees. What's wrong with you? You're in foreclosure. Your home is worth over $20,000, so you're more than $20,000 in debt. It doesn't matter how much you earn per week, per month, per year. You're in debt. $20,000 or more. So that qualifies you for a fee waiver. Okay, because what is your monthly expense? Whatever the amount of debt they're claiming in a foreclosure is your monthly expense, not what you pay monthly on a mortgage. No, because they're asking for all of that now, not later. What's it all about? Okay, so the young lady is text this information, and I just sit back and I wait because I know what's going to happen. You know what they told her? Oh, no, you can do the fee waiver. After she explained it to me. Oh, no, we're going to file the document. But we've never seen anybody do it like that. Like here. And without an attorney? You don't need an attorney. You can be counsel. Because the law permits one to act as counsel. Sorry, I just came up with a unique idea for somebody. And I love the idea that I'm about to do. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, when they said this was the first time anyone has ever filed an involuntary bankruptcy against their own estate, in that court, in the history of that court, do you understand? We are setting precedent. There was no rule against it, and we're going to change the system. Now, here's the unique thing about what's going on. These idiots are going to want to start telling people, no, you can't do this. But remember, there is no law prohibiting it. There is nothing written in the statute prohibiting it. We just had to figure out what was what. Who are we? What's our standing? So when they start rewriting the rules, they got to be careful because the rules are already in place. they rewrite the rules, it changes the whole system. It has an effect on the whole system. If they stop you from doing it, once that case is written, an attorney is going to get hold of it, and he's going to find out the end and around to make it possible for him to be able to do it, for him to be able to sell it to his clients. So please understand, that's what we're doing. We're setting precedents. Several things no one has done before. So, ladies and gentlemen, now I get to tell you what we're about to do to save your property. We're about to do something they have not done before.
What are you about to do? What are you about to do? Come on, tell me.
No, that's going to be at a price. You don't get that for free. I'm kidding. Of course you're going to get it for free. I'm trying to help you save your properties, people. I'm not trying to help me. This is all about you. And I don't want you to forget that. That's why I'm putting the information up here for free. Now, let me tell you what you're going to do. Let's say you're in foreclosure. The banks are saying that you owe money. And technically, the debtor, there's no proof that he owes money. Somebody's just making a presumption that the debtor owes money, that there's some sort of an agreement for the debtor to pay money. Okay? So, I'm looking through the form to make sure if there's anything else I need to get rid of. Okay? And there isn't anything else. This form is complete. The only thing I need to do is fill it out. So, that's one that I'll be filling out later. Now, what I did say is we're opening up this form, and it automatically comes in. Let's do this one. Alright, now this is the form. Involuntary petition against a non-individual. Okay, this is 205. The other one was voluntary petition. This is an involuntary petition. Okay? Use this form to begin a bankruptcy case against a non-individual you allege to be a debtor, subject to an involuntary case. If you want to begin a case against an individual, use the involuntary petition against an individual. So we are going to tell you that you can use this form, or I would prefer you to use the voluntary petition, but then you would have to look at the rules for doing a voluntary petition. Oh, by the way, we amended this document. Okay? So please understand. Yes, I do now. I do love you. Love you. Yeah. Song has been redone and redone so many times, but I'm glad they're getting it. I'm glad they finally, sorry. That's my girl. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to this because I do need you to understand this. If any of the debtor's securities are registered under Section 12 of the Security Exchange Act of 1934, the Security Exchange Commission file number is, okay, you incorporate it by reference. So watch this. I love this. I love the fact I had an attorney respond to me. Hold on. Let's do. It's one of those things that I'm still doing a lot of things at once. As you see, it's doing that down there. I don't think it's going to let me. Okay, incorporate it by reference. The following financial data is the latest available information and refers to the debtor's condition and then the total assets. Okay, this will definitely be filed, especially if you're listing your house, because your house is being traded on the market. Okay, See, I listed this form. I haven't even changed this, but see how this one is called 201-A1. Okay, that's what the number of the form is going to be for me. Dash, and you see this right here, 03 2014. Then we put our dash A1. Okay, so it's no longer their form, it's our form. Okay, and I can make whatever other amendments I choose because it's my choice. Now, this is the other thing I get rid of. Okay, I get rid of that under chapter 11. You guys got to understand, these forms are general in nature. Just because they say chapter 11 doesn't mean, let's see, I wouldn't be crying either if I was you. He'll smile and cry later. Yeah, let's bring you there. That's the best I can do. I don't want to alter the form too much. I just got to make sure everything else is in place. Good. Okay. There we go. Now, we do... Well. Yeah. Whoa.
Drifting on a memory. Ain't no place I'd rather be than with you. Yeah.
Okay. Document, editable, and savable. Okay. Now, voluntary petition for non-bankruptcy and a bankruptcy filing. Okay. You notice how it didn't have a number on it? This one doesn't have a number on it. Okay, because we get to enter the chapter number. This one says 7 or 11. Okay. So we're going to incorporate that form with this. But let's get back so that you guys can have an understanding, because that's the most important thing, that you get an understanding. When you file a bankruptcy, you get what's called an automatic stay. Automatic stay against any debt collections. So this will stop somebody coming after your car. Let me prove it to you. A woman had her car repossessed. She went and filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Y'all didn't hear me though. She went and filed Chapter 11 Chapter 13 bankruptcy. She had her car back within 3 days. Still has her car, but she called me and told me, well, they're getting ready to dismiss the bankruptcy. I said, yeah, and they're going to come back after the car. So this is what you need to do. And she followed the instructions as I put in the video, the very first video put up on this site. She followed those instructions, and I told you about what she did. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you see? It's got way more than that. But what I need to do is this. So y'all can see, not that one. I need this one. In and out of mystery. Well, I wanna be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, When she followed those instructions, again, they had never seen anybody do something like that in that court. She's doing an unlawful detainer on her automobile? Lord have mercy, do you know what that means? You feel me? That's what she did. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing is we're setting precedents. We're doing things that the law does not prohibit, but it permits us to do. This is only a temporary stopgap so that you can process the proper paperwork to get your house back. So let me let you know what information we have put together for SATCOM. And I'm sorry I can't give this to you for free because this is part of the agreement. I gave that information to SATCOM. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a process that we can prove that you can have your homes back within 50 days. Within 50 days of starting a lawful process that is lawful. Let me explain. This is a process that I was telling people about in 2012, and somebody else said the same thing in 2012. And I just so happened to have been rummaging through old videos, and I let that one play in the background, and the person went over a document, and I said, Bobby, do you see what you just told everybody? You just told everybody how they can get their homes back. Ladies and gentlemen, that was only after 5 minutes of listening to the video. Now, when the person was going over the information was written in legalese. This person is reading the information as if it's written in English. And so he's trying to understand it as if it's in English. Their laws are written in legalese. So you have to understand statutory interpretation in order to understand what they're saying. And if you would not know it, remember, they must give you remedy. They must give you remedy. Ladies and gentlemen, they gave remedy. They gave remedy. Okay? And guess what? I went and I did just a little bit of research. We now know how to prove that your properties are paid off. We just got this information 2 days ago. Okay? And because I brought it to SATCOM's attention first, it's proprietary information. Okay? So we're going to incorporate that, and we're going to use it for all the people who are involved in the lawsuit. Okay? We're getting ready to start filing the paperwork. Sorry, I've run into a couple of snafus, and I don't think it's a coincidence. But we're getting ready to start filing the paperwork. We are going to extend the deadline for the people who are coming into Tier 2. You've noticed we haven't done any advertisement on Tier 1, Tier 2, the birth certificates or anything like that in the last couple of months, because we are trying to shore up things to make sure that we are ready to bring this information to you. So let's do a recap of this video so that you all will get what this video is about. This video is about you. If you're in foreclosure, if you are scheduled for your property to be sold, and one person called me and told me that they're scheduled for their property to be sold on the 21st of April. So I told him on the 15th of April, you go in and you file bankruptcy. And that will do an automatic stay, and now they have to schedule it for sale a different day. Even if you've gotten a judgment against you. Ladies and gentlemen, this process will work even if your home was foreclosed on a week ago. If it's more than a month, no. But if it's within 30 days, this process will work of you getting back into your house as long as the bank hasn't sold it to someone else. Okay? What you will need for this process is proof that that's your home. Okay? Now, for those of you who are still in your home, who are not going to foreclosure, we can assure you that SATCOM has a process for you to get your home without having to go through the headaches of foreclosure, especially if you're not in foreclosure. What I can tell you is there are so many things out there that people have been stumped because they can't figure out how to get around it. So let me tell you how you're going to get around the involuntary bankruptcy and the voluntary bankruptcy against a corporation, because the entity you're going to put on the bankruptcy is not your social security number, not your corporation, not your estate. You're not going to put none of that. The entity you're going to put on there is the property address. You follow me? And DBA, you are going to, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is my song. Hey, love. This is my song. Turn your head around. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I need all of you to know, you're going to put the property address and the DBA for the entity. You're going to pay attention. You are going to put the property description. That's right. And you're going to file that into the record. The first one, when you do it the first time, that's going to get you at least 40 days before they can move forward again. When you do it the second time, you're going to do it involuntary. The first time is voluntary, the second time is involuntary. Now remember, this is not a hit against you because the debtor is not you. You're not putting your social security number, okay? And when it asks for the EIN number of the property, you're not going to put your social security number or your EIN number. You don't have a social security number or an EIN number, and the law does not require you to have a social security number or an EIN number to file bankruptcy. There is no law requiring you to have a social security number or an EIN number to file bankruptcy. Let me say that again. There is no law requiring you to have a social security number or an EIN number to file bankruptcy. Okay? Really, it's just that simple, and you need to understand that. But people are letting them tell them that they need to produce a social security number. They need to produce a social security card. The property, the debtor, does not have a social security number. So what do you put for the social security number? The APN number. The parcel number.
Oh, you are so brilliant.
Ladies and gentlemen, less than 40 minutes ago I came up with this just by downloading these documents. Okay? I've been stressed out a little bit. Very stressed out. I'm not stressed out anymore. I've been worried about this. I've been worried about that. I ain't worried about that no more. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. We told some of you all about getting control of your name by doing DBAs. I'm telling you that we have worked it out to where you don't even have to do no DBA. But those of you who are worried about the po-pos picking you up and you want to change your name, you ain't got to change your name. Take control of the name. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I just talked with somebody, and I know that this person ain't gonna mind me telling you because I already told you about it in a video before, but she just showed me that it worked. The young lady told me, she said she had a court date, and she took and she filed this document into the court case, and now the case ain't showing up on the internet. I said, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on there, Buckarina. You can't just start galloping with that. You gotta make show. So I said, give them a call, give the court a call, find out about the court date, see if the court date, because I said, when is the court date? She told me it's scheduled for the 8th. Okay,
Well, if it's scheduled for the 8th, no, the 7th, sorry, not the 8th, no problem. Call the court and ask them, when's the next court date? So I said, you know what, come think about it, I got 3-way. Let me call the court and you just sit and listen while I call and ask. So I called the court and I said, hey, I'm calling because I need to know when is the next scheduled court date. And the lady asked for the case number. I gave her the case number because the person gave it to me. I wrote it down. And she said the person's name. I said, yes, that's the person. She says, oh, well, there is no court date scheduled for this matter. There's no court date scheduled? Lord have mercy. How is there no court date scheduled? I didn't say that. I said, thank you very much. That's what I needed to know. Ladies and gentlemen, what did she do? She went and had the corporation registered with the state. So do yourselves a favor, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be in control, the police want to give you a ticket, you get a ticket from the police. What you're going to do, you're going to do this now, so when the time comes, the corporation will already be in your name. You will take and you will establish your corporation. Sorry, this is going to cut into a lot of those people out there making money off of people. Last name first, then first name, then middle name. That's how you're going to register the corporation. No commas, no dashes, no punctuations, no periods. Last name, first name, middle name. Do you hear me? Many of you try to get creative and you try to add to this stuff and you ain't doing nothing but messing things up for you. So go ahead and mess stuff up for you. Because you don't listen, you don't know how to follow instructions. That seems to be a trend here in this country. And you register your corporation in a different state, or you, pay attention, register your corporation in your current state as a foreign business entity. Just go to the Secretary of State, not your county recorder's office. Stay away from the county recorder's office. Remember, those are the places where you're having the most problems. County recorder's office. No, you want to do this at the Secretary of State's office. See, we've been trying to figure out how to get past the California County Recorder's Office because they won't record the document. Once it's recorded at the Secretary of State, they have no choice but to record it at the county location. So now we just gave you the solution. And yes, I did not realize it until this moment doing this video. So you are getting it at the same time I'm getting it. That's how you get around those stupid county recorders who are refusing to file documents. You figure out how to do it on a state level. So, oh, by the way, you do this online. So you find states that allow you to register your corporation online. It's about $50. It's a $50 investment. Okay? Once you register that, if you got an ongoing case or a previous case where you're on probation or something, you're going to take your new registered document and you're going to send that to the probation officer. You're going to send that to the court. File it into that case. You're going to let them know that if they have any more information regarding that corporation, they will need to contact the Secretary of State, as you have turned in your notice of resignation of registered agent. So there's a process. You will also have to go online, complete the form for notice of resignation of registered agent. You will send that to the probation officer. You will send that to the court. And if they have a problem, let's go to court. People say, but what if they try to violate me on probation? They cannot violate you because you are not the name before the court. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I was watching a video on YouTube. And while watching that video on YouTube, I saw a man standing before the judge. And it's video. Somebody's recording it. I guess they pulled a copy from the court. And I guess the court allowed this to be put out there because it says judge owns sovereign citizen. Well, this individual told the court, he said the name, he says, I'm here on behalf of that name. Ladies and gentlemen, you ain't got to say that. Excuse me, it sounds like you're calling my name. I just need to know, are you referring to the natural person or the non-individual? Because the judge asked him, was he the person? And he says, no, I am not that person. He told the judge that he wasn't a person. Of course you are a person. Remember, individual means a natural person. Of course you're a person. Stop listening to these stupid videos where these people are telling you what to say. All he had to do was say, are you referring to the natural person or the non-individual? Pay attention, people. Pay attention. Let me tell you something. I want you to pay attention. Non-individuals. Non-individuals. Pay attention. Voluntary petition for non-individuals, corporations, entities. Okay? Now, voluntary petition for non-individuals. Let's go back to this one. Notice what it says. If you want to begin a case against an individual, you must do the involuntary petition against an individual. Different form. 200, 100. Different form. So, ladies and gentlemen, if that gentleman had simply said to that dress-wearing impersonator that, are you referring to the natural person or the non-individual? Because it makes a difference. Now, if you're referring to the non-individual, you're going to have to go talk to the Secretary of State because there's been a notice of resignation of registered agent filed with the Secretary of State. Now, if you're referring to the natural person, how may I help you? Oh, as a matter of fact, I don't think you have any jurisdiction over the natural person. Now, if you do, could you please present that, place that on the record so that we can have it introduced as evidence? We don't have to challenge their jurisdiction anymore, people. Ladies and gentlemen, it's for saying stuff like this, bringing stuff like this to your attention, is the reason why they don't like me. I'm now teaching you how to forestall foreclosures almost indefinitely. Okay, because these processes with the involuntary bankruptcy and the voluntary bankruptcy, that doesn't end in one day. That's months. Okay, so at least you're going to get 45 days. And it's not a lot of paperwork. If the clerk says, well, you need to file this, you need to file that, I'm sorry. If there's anything missing, the court will send me a deficiency notice. I just need to file my documents. So I need to initiate the filing. So if there are any things missing, you are required to send me by mail after filing a deficiency notice. The clerks of the court cannot look at your document and tell whether or not they are lawful, legal, or not. So please understand, I promise you, the last two videos, the one on Sunday, not the one I decided to put this up, after all, not that one. Well, that has some very interesting information in it as well, okay? But the first one and this one, I would go and I would listen to repeatedly so that you get it. People, this is about saving your home or giving you time until we can come up with the ultimate remedy. And I promise you, at SATCOM, we have that remedy. We're getting ready to process it, but I got so much going on, and I'm one of the only ones who understand what the law says. And so I have to explain this to everyone else. And so it's really hectic. See, let me see if I can explain to you all. I'm just now today taking care of some of my own business. I'm just now taking care of me, finally. I've been doing so many things for so many people that it's been causing a little bit of depression and a lot of stress. And then Google, that was no mistake. You see, everybody who's been listening to my videos can go back and know that I play music in all of my videos for the most part. Go back and listen. I just got finished listening to a video the other day, and the video where I said I decided to put this up after all, you hear Whitney Houston in the background of that video, where I'm talking about we ain't scared. Whitney Houston and Prince are being played in the background. Whitney Houston is one of the songs for which they gave me a strike on that channel. But that video was up on the site, and it remains up on the redress site without them touching it. They are claiming that it's the music is the reason they took the site down. Ladies and gentlemen, it ain't the music. It's this information that I'm giving you that took those videos down, because they gave me 3 strikes in less than 3 weeks. In less than 3 weeks. In a 7-month period, 3 strikes in 3 weeks. That was intentional. But it's okay. I'm about to get Google's attention. See, I have a reputation on the internet. Now, what I'm going to tell you all is I'm doing all of this for you all, putting this information out there, doing the research. I'm not being paid for this. Nobody's putting any money in my pocket. I'm not asking anybody for any money, but I just want you to understand the level of sacrifice. Okay? Because it appears to me that people just don't understand, like parents. And I'm sorry that you guys are not getting this. You all, some of you, are coming at me as if I owe you something. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't owe you anything. The only thing I owe the world is I must love my neighbor as myself. That's all I owe it. And nothing else. And nothing else. Crackheads. You know what? I can't do that. I can't delete that. There are some files there that I don't want to have to download again. So I'll have to select what I want to get rid of. So I'll take care of that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and bring this to an end so that you all will have time to go over the information again so that it's not too long. I hope that you all get it. About an hour-long video. I hope that you all get the information. Well, thank you once again for joining us here at the EEON 2 YouTube channel. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good life.